even when I'm angry.
Nothing is more exciting than the prospect of combat.
Anytime someone tries something different in the tried and true fighting game genre, it's like a massive shock to the system. So fittingly, developer High Voltage calls down the thunder with Tournament of Legends. And whether you like this game or not, you've got to give them credit for trying something drastically different from the norm. This is published by Sega for the Nintendo Wii and can be played with either the motion controls or the classic controller. I'm playing with the classic controller Pro. I tried playing this game at E3 2010 with the motion controls. It felt confusing to me. But in all fairness, the first couple times you play this game, no matter what you're playing it with, it will feel confusing because it takes a while to get into the controls and digest the battle mechanics, because Tournament of Legends is very different from just about every other fighting game you've ever played. I mean, on the surface it's pretty much the same. You're just beating the crap out of somebody else and unlocking things. But I found the gameplay to be unique and vastly different from the other big-name fighting game franchises out there, like Street Fighter, Tekken, and Cosmic Carnage.
Right now! There's no crying in combat!
There's not? I've been getting it wrong for years then. Anyway, I'll give the developers credit for something else as well. I have not heard one-liners this cheesy since Battle Arena to Shinden on the Sega Saturn.
Live and let live. Being good to one another. Stop taunting me!
And I applaud them for that, because if you're going to have one-liners in a fighting game, they may as well be cheesy. These are so cheesy, you'll be laughing when you enter combat.
Animal abuse!
Oh, and here's something else different from the norm that I'm not sure works very well, though.
Hazard on the half shell!
Frequently, your gameplay is broken up by outside influences. Huge monsters or things from mythology just happen to want to get in on the action from time to time and initiate unnecessary and bothersome quick-time events in the middle of battle. Each of the rounds has 3 different acts, and your characters recover after each act, but that's really where the similarity between Tournament of Legends and other fighting games ends. So throw away everything you know about games like Pit Fighter and Kasumi Ninja. This is different. Rather than relying on elaborate button combinations and jumping around the screen like Chun-Li, Tournament of Legends is all about saving up your power and unleashing some kind of crazy special magic attacks, while also leveraging a unique weapon enchantment system combined with left, right, and overhead swinging attacks. None of the characters are terribly nimble on the playing field. You can hold down the top left button on the classic controller and kind of scoot around a bit. But until you get used to it, the gameplay is awkward. It's interesting. They may miss the die-hard fighting game fans with this one, though.
You stupid person! I bear my fangs at you!
If the sister of Serpentor was in Monty Python. Nice. I do like the one-liners. And like I said, this game is not for everyone. If you own a gold-plated Neo Geo MVS arcade cabinet, Tournament of Legends probably won't be your thing.
The thread of the Medusa, Narcia, a cursed Gorgon. Once, she was the most beautiful woman in all...
When you get down to it, the gameplay is a bit stop and start, and it's really not that complicated once you figure out the controls. It's actually quite simple. They've just managed to use every single button on the Wii Classic controller for something. And in addition to that, it can be played with the motion controls, where there's lots of swinging and flailing about. This game does get extra credit for the 1980s G.I. Joe comic book style artwork cutscenes. I'm being serious, these are great. As over the top and cheesy as Tournament of Legends is, it's not poorly made. It's bright, it's colorful, it's a nice change from a lot of the dark, desaturated games that we get these days. As you play through the storyline with characters, you unlock weapons and different magic things. You can play 2-player against a friend locally, but there's no online fighting.
Seconds do pass.
It's an affordable game, so if you want to give it a try, it shouldn't break your budget for the month, but it does leave a lot of room for improvement. I think if they made a sequel, and I know what you're thinking, a sequel in the fighting game genre? That's crazy! Who would do that? Is there even a Cosmic Carnage 2? There should be. They could do a lot more with this one. Double the amount of characters, remove the irritating mini-game thing in combat, and eliminate those QuickTime events. And they've got something.
Feel the power.
Tournament of Legends is a break from your average fighting game. It also has classic controller support. It explodes off the screen with mythological battle fighting cheesiness, and has the security bots from BioShock hovering in the background. And if you do pick up the game or give it a rent, play for more than 5 minutes, because it will take a bit of time to get used to the controls.
And he's in. And with that, this thread is concluded.
Now that's what I call pumping iron.
And with any luck, High Voltage is already at work on the sequel, Tournament of Legends versus Cosmic Carnage.
Has vanquished Volcanus.